Hi everybody, it's Crystal. Welcome to my channel. So, I don't know if you saw the video I did recently of this beautiful parasol that was so kindly sent, sent to me by a woman named Kathy. Now, after I showed this on camera, everybody wanted to know if she sold them, if she had a pattern, if I could make a tutorial, all kinds of stuff, which is understandable because it is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful piece of artwork. And I know the value of a handmade item, and this is magnificent. So you know, wanting to know how it's made so you could possibly make one for yourself is a legitimate question. Now, I did speak to Kathy, and I can tell you about what she said and how maybe you can come up with your own. Now, she says she does not make them to sell. She only makes them for special occasions. And she doesn't have a pattern. It's actually this is from another YouTuber. It's a mandala blanket that Kathy she used the blanket but stopped at a certain row and then incorporated it and put it on a parasol. So that was amazingly innovative, if you ask me. So let's talk about the design and stuff, right? So I'll tell you, like I said, so the video that she follows is on YouTube from the YouTube channel called It's All in a Nutshell, and it's called that's the YouTube channel, and the video she follows is called the Mandala Madness. Now, I'll put a link to that below. I don't know anything about that because I've never watched it, but that is the tutorial she uses for this. But she doesn't make it so it's a tutorial for a blanket, but she doesn't make it a blanket for this parasol. She stops at a certain point. But she does have some pointers for everybody. So she kind of followed that video to a certain point and decided, hey, that's going to make a beautiful parasol. So very, innovative on her part. So what she says, let me read down here a little bit. I just had so many people I can't do a tutorial because it's not my pattern. But I did get the information for those who are interested. So she says that the umbrellas that she uses is any child size umbrella. She cuts the nylon off of them and just uses the frame. So you could probably find child size umbrella pretty much anywhere that you look. She says that she did make using adult size umbrellas as well. It is the same process if you want to go that route, but the ones that she makes now are this size, which is made on a child size umbrella frame. All right. And now she says in the video, the yarn that the woman uses is not the yarn that you can use for these. You need to use a lightweight yarn. So it's looking like she's probably using like a 2-weight yarn on this. I could be wrong, but that's what it looks like to me. She said that the yarn that the lady uses in the video for the blanket will not work for the parasol. It makes it too heavy. So to make sure you use a lighter weight yarn. And like I said, if I had to guess, this is probably a 2-weight yarn. Okay. Okay, so she says she just follows the mandala blanket pattern. Okay, and she also says from that tutorial, there's like lots of different videos for it. It's like part 1, 2, 3, a whole bunch of them. She starts from the first one, and for her size parasol there, she usually goes through video 9. But if you're making a different size, you could go through any video as long as you have 8 points that will fit your parasol. So that's what Kathy does for hers. So remember, she just kind of did this on her own. following a blanket pattern and turned it into a beautiful parasol. Anyway, that'll give her 8 points. So, you know, it'll fit the frame. And she says it's important to always start with the magic ring loosely in order to get it over the top of the umbrella. All right, when you go to frame it after you make it, and then tighten it on, you know, afterwards. Do not remove any of the nylon until ready to add the crochet to it. So leave the nylon on the frame until you're ready to add the crochet to it, she says. And that way you'll always see where to sew on the inside rods. Makes sense. She said it's just kind of you know, patience and, you know, perseverance. You got to just trial and error. And you know, she said that with you will be able to do it with the heart. Oh, and she also mentions at the end here, the umbrellas must be cane style. They cannot be compact folding types. All right, I'm just giving you the information that she sent me. And she sent one more thing. She said she encourages anyone who has the curiosity to try all kinds of different stitches in one project, as just about every stitch known to crochet is in this mandala right here. Picot, puff, 6 times over treble, quad treble, quint treble, wow, triple treble, double single, popcorn, bobble fan, folded fan, lots of them, back post, lots of stitches she named on there. Star stitch, and so on and so on, she said. She said, if you don't know the stitch, the lady in the video explains it very well. She is a very good teacher. She's easy to follow and has a very soothing voice. So that is a bonus. So that is information that Kathy gave me. So in the description box, I will put a link to the mandala blanket that Kathy uses to create this parasol. Remember, she does not finish the blanket. She works it till she has the 8 points. She says there are tons of stitches incorporated in this, and to make sure that you use a lightweight yarn, like a 2, I'm thinking that's a 2/8. Do not use a yarn that the lady used in the video. But she said the lady is very easy to follow, and you will be able to make this. She knows that you can make it, and you know what? I know that you can make it too. So this was, like I said, very creative in Kathy's part to take a mandala blanket and turn it into a beautiful parasol. So that was straight from Kathy. And I can only see from when I look at it, when she put the umbrella on top, what I can see is that she just sewed it on with pieces of corresponding yarn color, you know, that matches the area that she sewed. Get up close here, and if you look right here, she sewed it with a piece of corresponding yarn, same yarn, that in that same color. Each spot is sewn with the same color yarn, so you can't really see the sew spots. And then at the ends, it looks like she just popped them on the ends of the umbrella there and sewed it and wrapped some yarn around it to hold it in place. There might be some type of fabric stiffener on there, I feel. I'm not certain. If Kathy's watching, I don't know if she wants to comment on anything I'm saying. Correct me on anything I'm saying wrong. I could be, but it feels like maybe some type of glue or stiffener to hold it there in place. And remember all the other things that she said. Make sure that you start with the magic ring. It does look like that it has been glued or some type of adhesive at the top as well. Other than that, that's all I can give you as far as how to make it. So I hope that works for you. There is a pattern, not for the parasol, because Kathy did that on her own, but there's a pattern for a blanket which she followed exactly, except for the yarn choice, and, you know, until she had her 8 points, and then she strung it over a child size umbrella. So remember all the points that I told you, that she told me. And again, look in the description box to All in a Nutshell, her YouTube channel. I'll have to check her out. I don't think I've ever checked her out, but I will. And definitely give her a subscribe. We like to support our fellow YouTubers. And I'll put the link to Mandala Madness. And that's all I can tell you on that. Remember, she doesn't make them she makes them for special occasions, and that's it. So she doesn't sell them. But she did explain that you can do it on your own. She knows that you can, and I definitely know that you can too. So if you do, y'all come show me a picture on Instagram. All right, I'd love to see your guys' parasols. And it was very nice of Kathy. She sent me a very long message explaining her process, and thank you, Kathy, for that, because so many people wanted to know. And remember, I will not do a tutorial for it because that is not my mandala blanket, even though it's made into parasol from Kathy. I mean, no part of that is my design. I don't do other people's designs, so you'll just have to follow the other YouTube channel. But it is a beauty, isn't it? Good luck, everybody. You can do it. You got it. Remember, trial and error and patience. And you can do it. Bye, guys.